Good afternoon, YouTube. I was tagged by Brian on Survival on Purpose to show to show my 5 favorite knives, my 5 all-time favorite, and in that case it must be the knives that I use the most. Then they must be my favorites. And I have a new friend with me today, my brother's hunting dog, Mauser, who is chewing up my battoon. Kom här! Ja, du kan skälla. Kom, kom. This little dog. If I don't have him in a leash, he's gonna run away like a Scud missile, and I'm never gonna find him. So I must have a leash. This is not dog. This is a hunting dog. Anyway, tyst! Here, en leksak, his favorite toy. Anyway, should we look on my nightstand? I don't think it's any surprise for you, but maybe I'm a little different than most because I only have one fixed blade. Here it is, but in a custom sheet. My Gerber Prodigy, a little bit modified. You see here, I've filed that down and round that off. Over and over. Sometimes I'm trying to use other knives, but I always will come back to this knife. And this is the only fixed blade knife I use. That Gerber Prodigy. Number 2. Also a Gerber in Swedish. That is that Gerber Gator clip point, also serrated. Very, very good knife. One of my favorite fishing knife when I clean the fish. Where is the dog? There. Gerber Gator clip point. Should I be a little more professional here? And I have, there it is. The blade length on this is 3.5 inch and 420 high carbon, and the blade on this is 4.5 inch 420 high carbon. That was number 2. And number 3, my favorite, all-time favorite fishing blade. Then it depends on where I am. Deep in the forest I can use this with this or this with this. This is the Victorinox Hercules, and it have a lot of, I'm just gonna measure that, 4 inch long and 1 inch wide. And this is the perfect knife for fishing. For the hooks, for that skinning, and for that fishing line. Not very good with braid. And of course a saw if you need one, and a lot of small thing, you know, the standard stuff. My favorite fishing knife. That was number 3. And don't bite on my sheet. Number 4. This blade I had for almost 6 years now. I bought it to myself when I joined the National Guard, because in Swedish National Guard we have an Heckler & Koch as standard weapon, G3. And then I bought an Heckler & Koch folding knife in D2 steel, and almost the same length. I guess it's 3.5 inch serrated, exactly the same serrations as Gerber. This is Benchmade. Have some, you can't buy this anymore. Benchmade have some working together with Heckler & Koch and create this knife. It's very expensive today. I use this knife a lot in the military. And one more knife I use almost every day at work. That Gerber I have forgot the name. This is the Gerber my father rounded off the temple blade of Gerber. It's a Gerber 420 high carbon. I use this every day at work, and a lot. I use it a lot in the military, and that is fine knives. But I have one more, and I can't do a 5 knife video because I use this knife. Or you dig in a hole in my papa's grass. I use it so much that this video must be 6 knife, and that is that Victorinox Compact. I use this as an EDC mostly in pair with this one, the Heckler & Koch. And so that are 6. I couldn't do 5 because I use all this knife every time, depending on what I am doing. And for example, in military duty, this is handle up on the west, combat west. I can, but then I have that sheet from the factory because I want my blade down like this, not this sheet. That in my combat west, this blade or this blade in my pocket, and this is in my belt, and so in my pocket, in my belt, and on my vest. So Brian, I think this is was nothing new for you, but only one fixed blade. I'm going to do 2 videos today because Brian have problem with doing feather sticks or curls with serration, and now I'm going to do a video just for Brian how to do that. And the hole is getting bigger and bigger. Do you find any worms? Okay, that was my 5 or 6 favorite blade that I always use, always.